And in today's video guys, I'm about to show you how pros optimize their PC with the best BIOS tweaks and Windows settings. And speaking of BIOS tweaks, the first step which we're going to do is update your BIOS. Actually guys, for many people this is causing their game to stutter, crash and have low FPS overall because they have a super outdated version of their BIOS. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this. In the first place, what you want to do is basically restart your PC and then press the corresponding key which says on the bottom to enter your BIOS. It can be F12, F11 or maybe even the delete key. So what you want to do in the first place guys is make sure that you enter your BIOS, and for me right now it was actually the end key to enter it. So therefore what you can actually do here, most of the times directly in the BIOS it already says here now mainboard Z790 Gaming XAX. That way you know, okay, this is my mainboard. And if you want to know if your BIOS is maybe outdated, you can just click under QFlash and then it says here on the left side guys your mainboard, your BIOS version, the BIOS date from where it is and all that. So what you only have to do is remember your model name, you know, of your mainboard, and now I'm going to show you how you can download the latest BIOS update. So for me, I search here up now, Gigabyte 790 Gaming XAX BIOS. There, we already got it now. I'm on the official website. And for you guys, it's always gonna look a little bit different depending on which manufacturer your motherboard is from. But for me, as mentioned, it's a Gigabyte one, and I'm gonna click on BIOS, and then here already I get the latest version, which I'm going to download. And what you're gonna need next, which is also super important, is a small USB stick, guys. This is an intensive one. This costs like 5 to 10 bucks, really cheap. You know, you can get them at like any local store, and it doesn't have to be huge. As mentioned, this is only like a 10 Mbit file. So therefore, put the USB stick now into your PC, and once you get the USB stick now open up, you're gonna paste in the following file which we just downloaded with the BIOS update, and then all you want to do is extract all the files in here. And once you got it, it should look like this here, and there's gonna be a super long file with probably the name of your mainboard, and this is gonna be the main one which we need for the update. You can leave all of that here on the USB stick, and now we have to again go into our BIOS. And once we're back in here, we're again gonna search up QFlash, guys. And once we're now in here, we're gonna click on the file on the top or something where we can just like go further, you know, and then you can select here the following file from the USB stick and click under the run button. Then it's going to tell you, are you sure you want to update your BIOS, and you're going to click under yes and just simply follow all the instructions. As mentioned, it's always a little bit different depending on which manufacturer you have of your BIOS. It's super easy to find out. All you have to do is just Google up your manufacturer and your mainboard, and there's probably going to be plenty of tutorials for the specific mainboard which you have. For me guys, right now here I only have a Gigabyte one, so I can only show this one. But that's one of the core steps which you have to do if you really want to fix stutter and all of that in Fortnite, because this fixed it for me entirely. Are you tired of having high ping in Fortnite and you wonder how all your favorite Fortnite pros always seem to have zero delay? What you need for that is no ping, guys. Your #1 client to reduce your ping in every single game you guys want to play. Let's say you want to play Fortnite, you just search it up, select it, and no ping is gonna give you an overview of all of the best servers available in your near. And the coolest part is it works on multiple regions. So if you like to play Cash Cap on a different region, it can still help you to get the best server. So just select the server you want to use, click on to optimize this game, and no ping is gonna automatically help you to get the best connection possible. Additionally, they also feature some FPS boost features, and they are all tested tweaks which are going to help you to improve your system speed. Make sure to check out no ping with the link in the video description. Next up guys, I'm about to show you how you can utilize the full speed of your RAM. Because if you actually would take out your RAM out of your PC, it's gonna tell you a specific value on it. And I'm gonna tell you straight up guys, most of you out there are probably not using the full speed of your RAM. If you would actually take out the RAM out of your PC, it would tell you something like 3000 MHz, 6000 MHz or even higher. And many people, when they check in the test manager, see that their RAM is not utilizing the full speed. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix this, or how to better set it up, and guys, trust me, this makes such a huge difference for gaming. Now once you actually take a look at your RAM, you're gonna notice there's gonna be a bunch of text on it. Most of the time something along 3000, 6000 or whatever, like a very high number which is your megahertz. And then right behind it, no matter if it's DDR4 or DDR5 RAM, you're gonna see a small number which is gonna start with a CL. That's the CAS latency. And this number we later have to put into our BIOS, so therefore make sure that you write it down. Or no matter which RAM I checked, you can read it super clearly. It's gonna be something like here, CL 16, 18, 18, 38. You need to keep in mind guys, please remember this number, we need it. Then you're gonna put the RAM back into your PC, and now I'm about to show you how you can select the right profile. So for me, as you can see, it's actually the delete key to get into the BIOS. And now we are already in here. By the way, this is gonna look different for every user, really depending from where your motherboard is from, you know, which brand. But what you want to do always is make sure that you go from easy mode to advanced. Any newer gen motherboard has this mode here. Just simply look for words like advanced or expert or something like that. Then we're gonna go into the tweakers section. And in here we can already see now DDR5 auto booster. So we know already, okay, we are in the right category. And then you can see here DDR5 XMP booster. This is exactly what we want, guys. And at the moment it's on disabled because I don't have an XMP profile enabled. So what you're gonna do is double click onto it until this new window pops up, DDR5 XMP booster. And in here now it's super important that you just read the right manufacturer, the right module and the right number which we got of our RAM. So for me as an example, mine right now here is actually from Hynix and it's a Corsair model. So I know I just simply have to look for Hynix. Micron or all these other ones here like Samsung don't really interest me at all. All I'm searching for is Hynix. I know for a fact that my RAM is running on 7200 MHz. Now all I have to do is match of course the numbers which I just told you about previously that you should write them down. For me it's 36, 46, 46 and 150. With most RAMs it should match perfectly, but sometimes there's a small difference of like 1 unit which is totally okay still. So this is gonna be the one which I have to select. So what I'm gonna do is double click onto it. And now you can see my XMP profile is fully selected. So all we gotta do now is save and exit. And just like that, we already enabled our XMP. Now once we are in a task manager and check our RAM speeds, we can see that's actually now running at 7200 MHz, which is the optimal and best speed for my RAM. Now for this next step guys, I'm about to show you how you can disable your E-cores, because all of the latest Intel CPUs, I'm talking about 12th, 13th and 14th gen, have actually two specific types of cores built in, performance cores and E-cores. And as the name already says, performance cores actually provide better performance, and usually your PC utilizes both of them, the performance and E-cores. And if you turn off all the E-cores, you only have the performance cores left, which has found out to be actually great for gaming because you're only using the stronger cores of your CPU. So therefore I'm about to show you how you can turn them off guys, and also test them out directly in Fortnite. Now guys, I'm about to show you again how you can disable your E-cores, because as I just explained, it actually can be very beneficial for a lot of games. What you want to do again is make sure that you're in the advanced mode on your motherboard, go under tweaker or optimization, something like that, advanced settings, and then most of the time you're gonna find something called advanced CPU set, and this is exactly the one menu which we want to open up. And in here now we have a bunch of options. So what you want to do is just simply scroll down all the way until you can find something which is somehow related to E-cores or P-cores. It's gonna be straight up called like that. And now you can already see, once we scroll down enough, we can see CPU cores enabling mode. Now you can see CPU cores enabling mode, and this one usually is set to random mode, because most of the time your Windows PC decides which cores should be used for whatever tasks. But what we want to do is click under selectable mode, press enter, and now we can actually change all the options here of every single core. Now once you find this list here now with all the E-cores, this is where we want to turn them to disabled. And for some motherboards there's an option overall to just change it with one click. Mine right now here, which is a Z790 from Gigabyte, there's sadly no option. So what I'm gonna do is I have to disable every single E-core manually. So I just have to go for this list here. I'm gonna speed up the footage for you or just like skip it. And now you can see guys, I disabled all of the active E-cores, and this is exactly how it should look like. What we're now going to do is click under save and exit, make sure to click again under save and exit setup, click under OK, and now it's going to ask us, do we really want to put all of these here to deactivate it or disabled basically, and we're going to click under yes. Now PC should restart real quick, and now all the E-cores are fully disabled. And there we are now in Windows directly, and once we can take a look at our CPU, now you can see guys, we have a way lower amount of cores. Since it's actually an Intel Core i9 13th gen, this one should have a lot more, but yeah, you can see we are only running the P-cores, which are the performance ones, which means our PC is now mainly focusing and handling every task on the P-cores. Guys, it's actually insane how consistent these 240 FPS now are. Do you see this? I'm fully moving around and basically nothing. Now we're gonna check this of course as well on unlimited just to see. And we are getting 700, 800 FPS while even looking at the normal map, guys. Like, I don't know if you realize how insane this is. But this is a really good performance. Even here 500-600 FPS while doing a whole bunch of freebuilding. Yep, 700 FPS while even falling down, looking all over the map. Like, my FPS have never been actually better. This is insane. As mentioned, if you're running any Intel Core from the 12th, 13th, 14th gen, this is exactly what you have to do, guys. And now I'm about to show you guys how you can lower the amount of processors on your Windows PC, which is also going to lower the overall memory usage, which is very important, especially on worse PCs. Before we apply anything, please make sure that you create a restore point, guys. All you gotta do is set up restore point and then already in here you can see now create a restore point. Just simply click onto it and name it something like before tweaks. Then we're gonna click under create and wait for it to finish. Once we're finished with that, we're gonna head over to startup apps, open it up, and please in here make sure that everything is disabled, which you don't need 100% whenever you're launching your PC. What many people don't know is once you actually started Steam, it's going to open up as well 5 to 10 background processes which are all linked to it. So if for whatever reason you don't even need your Steam for the whole entire day because you only play Fortnite or something like that, you don't want all of these services to get started in the background. It's not only one, it's actually multiple. That's why you have such a high amount here as well. So therefore under startup, I made sure that I deactivated completely everything which I don't need besides my GoXLR and Epic Games Launcher. Then for this next step, we're going to search up the leStripeZ tag utility and click under the first link. This is the #1 debloating tool which I can highly recommend you, made by the legend himself, and it's very easy to use. All you gotta do is click here and copy the following command. Then you're gonna go into a Windows search bar and type in that PowerShell until you can find Windows PowerShell. Not one of these here, but straight up PowerShell. Many people always confuse that. All you gotta do is right click and run as administrator. Click under yes, and once it's opened up, you're gonna paste in the following link and press enter and just simply wait for it to fully load up. It's gonna take only a few seconds, and the best part about it is that you don't have to download anything or whatever. It's all working directly from PowerShell. Now in here we're going to focus under the tweak section, and in here now we have recommended selections which are standard, minimal or clear. What I would recommend you straight up guys is to select standard because it already creates for you as well restore point, deletes all the temporary files from your PC, disables telemetry, which is Microsoft collecting data of your PC, and a whole bunch of other stuff like Game DVR, which is this built-in Windows application which kind of works for recording games and all of that. And the coolest part is you can hover above every single option and it will give you a detailed explanation of what it does directly. Just a quick reminder, all of these are essential tweaks, so therefore they're very good in terms of gaining performance and actually speeding up your PC. They're very well tested, and leStripeZ is a very known member of this community. So what you want to do before you do all of that though is click under Run O&O Setup 10. This is a tool specifically focused on privacy and policy settings, basically making sure that your Windows PC does not collect even more data of you, or better said Microsoft. You can see something like here, disable suggestions in the timeline, which are kind of here on the bottom, you know, with like ads and all the stuff around you. Disable suggestions in start, disable transmissioning of typing information, also disable and reset advertising ID and info, basically all of that here where Microsoft is just, as mentioned, collecting even more data of you. So what you want to do is click under Actions on the top and apply only recommended settings. These are 100% safe and will not interfere with you playing games, recording or whatever. So click onto that, make sure that you again create a restore point just in case, so it's super safe as mentioned. And then once it's done guys, you can see now a full set of settings has been applied. We're gonna click under OK and close this, and once we're now back in the main tool itself, all we gotta do is click under Run Tweaks on the bottom. And now if we actually check out the actual PowerShell, we can see now we're first of all getting again a restore point, so it's 100% safe guys. You are chilling super with this. If you don't like it, just again use the restore point. But now once we're done with that, it's now going to apply all of the tweaks step by step to your Windows, which is very nice. It works very fluent, and after some time it should be completed. And once the process is completed, it should say tweaks are finished on the bottom. Now you can close this, and you can also see that you have a bunch of more disk space because as mentioned, it also did an entire cleanup on your PC, just deleting as mentioned unnecessarily and unwanted data, so therefore temporary files. Click on OK and we're good to go. Now for this next step, what you want to do is first of all go into your Windows search bar and type in their game until you can find game mode settings. The Windows game mode is amazing because what it does, it will focus the main power of your CPU and your GPU towards the game in the foreground. So if you're launching Fortnite right now, it's going to focus all of your CPU and GPU power towards making sure that you have the most consistent FPS. So therefore you definitely want to utilize this one. Then next up you want to click under related settings and go into graphics, and in here now you want to add Fortnite into the list. Click under browse in the first place, then you're gonna go under local to C, then in here under program files, then you're gonna find your Epic Games, then in here Fortnite, and follow what I'm doing. And now here we can see Fortnite client Windows 64 shipping access. This is the one which you want to select. Once you get it, then here in the list, what you want to do is hover over it and click, and then you can find the options where you can put it on high performance guys. You don't want to put it on power saving or let Windows decide, but straight up high performance, and click under save. Now for this next step, you want to go again into your Windows search bar and type in the energy until you can find edit power plan. Once you get it, you're going to hover over it again, click under options on the top, and now in here you can see the ultimate performance mode. And I see so many people who use balance or any other one like power saving, and guys, you're losing out on so much performance, it's actually insane. If you're on a capable PC, and I would say anything from the newer Intel Core i3s, which are pretty good already with like up to what, 6-8 cores I think, even the new ones, something like a new Ryzen 5 from at least like the 5th series or something like that, you should definitely utilize the ultimate performance one. And if this one is not available for you, don't be worried. Just simply go into your browser, go into Google and type in the ultimate performance power plank command, and from here you can directly copy it or from the video description. Once you get it, then all you gotta do is go again into your Windows search bar, type in their CMD, right click onto it and run it as administrator, click under yes, and now in here all you gotta do is paste it again in there and press enter. Then you can see the ultimate performance mode is enabled. So once we go back into our options and just go one back and one forth, you can then see that it's been added to the list, which you can open up here with this small arrow. And from there on, you can enable the ultimate performance one. As mentioned, if your PC is maybe not the best, I would recommend you to test out high performance in the first place and then ultimate performance and see how huge the difference is. But for most of you out there with a somehow capable gaming PC, the ultimate performance mode is still the best option.